What's up, YouTube? Wanted to make a quick video about this LA135 tractor. Let me go back in history a little bit. So I'm 37. When I was a kid, I'm talking probably 12, 13 years old, my parents got a I think it was an LT155 or something like that. And let me tell you, I just gave that mower away like a year ago. I couldn't believe it was still going. It had been a great mower, lasted us, almost a quarter century. And so when I came by this mower, it was in better shape than that one. I knew that this one had sat most of its life. This mower is not even, probably about 10 years old. And I thought, man, this is, I'll get this and it'll last me a long time. Well, so I get this, and of course I start to have problems with it. And then I start to find out, oh yeah, the John Deere mowers now are like just big box store mowers. They're crap. They're made by MTD and not John Deere, etc., etc. And I'm gonna go into that in another video here in a second. So if you're seeing this one, go immediately to the next video, and I'll talk about that, because I did some research to find out the truth behind that. But as far as this LA135 and the issues I've had with it, the first major problem I had was, I think I got some branches, maybe a few different branches a few different times in above the transmission, and it doesn't take much to break the plastic blades off that fan. Once you break the blades off that fan, then the hydrostatic transmission can't really cool itself, and that will make it go out or make it stop moving. I've got a video out there like why these stop moving. Anyway, I was able to replace the fan that's on top of this transmission without taking anything off. I could reach my hand back in there and change it. Going back and looking at things now, maybe it would have been easier just to take some of this off. But I was able to get it done. And when the fan was broken, it was down to a couple blades. I could mow about 30 minutes and then this thing would stop moving, right? Obviously it's getting too hot. I put the new fan on it, and I still think it's kind of on its last leg. If you're going up very steep of a hill, it gets very slow, but it does, it lasts me the whole mow fine. It doesn't stop working anymore. So yeah, replaced, and these transmissions are not serviceable, guys. There are ways you can drill your own hole, change the fluids, and kind of service them, but John Deere lists them as not serviceable. There's no drain or anything like that. And this one actually did come from an equipment place, not a big box store, which was another reason why I thought, well, maybe this LA135 is decent. I've also had problems with the carburetor. If it sits very long, there's like a solenoid on the bottom, it messes up. I've had to take it off, take it apart multiple times and clean it. A few belt issues. But then I had my biggest problem with this thing end of last mowing season, okay? These decks are not built anything like they used to be. So you've got this like glider wheel that sits here. It's right here, it's attached to this deck. I hit just an uneven spot in my yard, and I bent that. And I bent it back so many times, it finally ripped off. And it got to the point now, if I would hit any uneven spot in the ground with this part of the deck, it pushes in and the blade wants to hit. That happened to me last year. I was out here in 100 degrees with a pry bar, prying it back out, cussing at the thing. Got that pried out, and I finished mowing with it the last mow of the year, but it was mowing crooked, very uneven. And I thought, well, I'll look at it in the spring. I'm over it. So I parked it, and then I got it back out in the spring and was looking at it, and lo and behold, the deck had completely rusted away and broke off this deck hanger. So you can see now it's back. We've welded it, but it was completely off and rusted through. And this is partly my fault because I left some of the grass and stuff laying on here. I didn't get it cleaned off very good, which is going to hold the moisture in and rust away from that deck hanger. However, I didn't treat this mower any differently than I did the old LT155 that we'd had for 25 years, that the deck had never rusted off of. And it was so much thicker and heavier deck than this mower. It's crazy. So those are just a few problems I've come by with this LA135. It is easy to service. This is the Briggs 22 horsepower motor. You know, if you want a better option, get the Kawasaki. It's not the fastest thing ever. It does have cruise control, but you can't set the cruise quite as fast as you can if you just press the pedal all the way down. So you end up just pressing the pedal all the time instead of using the cruise. At least I do. One thing that annoys me is that they keep putting these cup holders on the same side that the grass blows out. So the grass blows out, and if there's any little bit of wind, it just blows back on top of your drink. Super annoying. Surely there's a way they could put that on the other side. I do like the mower deck height adjustment. Very easy right there. Besides that, there's really not a lot to it. So maybe some of you LA135 people can leave me something in the comments. Let me know what kind of issues you guys have had so that I can, you know, jump on them and try to stave off those problems before they get here. So thanks for watching, and I'm going to shut this off and immediately make the video on the truth behind John Deere and their new manufacturing situation with these lawn tractors. Thanks so much, guys. See you in the next one.